really excited to see what the WPT looks like in England, in London. I'm excited to see how that goes. I think it's going to be a pretty amazing tournament. The WPTs do tend to have, they've got really good structures. They're run really well. And I think a European flavor is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I also heard a couple of cool names. I don't know, are they secret still or are they confirmed?
I have no information for you. You're getting nothing out of me. I'm sorry.
All right. Good. No, I just heard some cool names. But okay, well, let's leave that out and keep it as a surprise. It's going to be a great event anyway, both of them. I mean, what do you think? It seems like the World Series of Poker Europe, the EPT in London, and now these. It seems like London has become some sort of European version of World Series, right?
It does seem like it. September is such a massive month for poker in England. So, yeah, it does feel like... Oh, here comes my dog. Sorry.
That's fine. That's cool.
Hello. Here she comes. Sorry.
All right.
She just had a walk, so...
Let us see her. Yeah, she's there.
You're going to have to take a look. She is. Oh, maybe.
So this couldn't happen when we do interviews online like this. Change of location, scene 2. Kara, what happened?
My Wi-Fi crashed. I don't know what happened. Maybe my dog knocked it out.
All right.
So yeah, I had to find a second location, and now I am hardwired in, so we should be totally safe.
All right, excellent. I mean,
as long as she doesn't knock it out again.
It looks like you are happy, and we could see. I mean, the former room was actually nicer.
Yeah.
You're happy with your life?
Yeah, very much so. It's really nice. It's different living in America. It's not something I've ever done before, and it's beautiful. It's great having the great weather. Definitely missing, my friends in England, but I get back every once in a while. It's like a perfect balance. Party Poker brings me back to England so that I'm, either playing or hosting for them. I get to see my friends, and then I'm back out here in America.
Mm-hmm. I know it's not. I mean, you rarely talk about it, but you're together with a pretty well-known poker player. How's life being a half of a poker couple?
Yeah. Poker couple is such a weird phrase.
Yeah, I know. It's horrible.
Yeah, isn't it awful? Yeah, it's good. We're both really good. We're doing really well. It's, like I said, it's just so nice to be back home after Vegas, because Vegas is a really crazy time, and there's long hours, obviously, especially for people who are playing the big live cash games. They're playing long hours. And you're eating really well in restaurants, but it's so rich. And I don't know. It's nice to be home. We're both really happy to be home. So.
Oh, that's good. You're quite a healthy girl and keeping fit, right? Not really?
Not really. Not so much, no. I do a lot of sitting down. Sometimes I stand up. Mostly I'm lounging.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm not very healthy, but I try to eat well, and we walk a lot. I mean, we have our dog, and we go for walks on the beach, and that's really nice. That's kind of my only exercise. But
all right.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Now, when it comes to Party Poker, now you're gonna the 2 events coming back to back now, late August, early September, is gonna be you're gonna be the host for those.
I am. Yeah.
Are they gonna be TV shows, both of them?
They are, yeah. I'm not sure what the distribution deals are for them, because that's, not sort of my remit, but they will be TV shows, definitely, and the WPT is going to be first. I'm going to fly out there, and we're going to be doing the final tables, so that'll be fun, and I get to wear very pretty frocks for that, and then we're going to be going straight into the World Open right after that, and that's going to be another, I think, 6 days worth, so, yeah, we're going to be out there working pretty hard for a short period of time, and it should be fun to see everyone again.
That sounds good. And also for you, I mean, I remember, actually, was it Irish Open you did so well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the Irish Open.
It was against a friend of mine, Heads Up, actually.
Christian Johansson, who won Heads Up, yeah.
Yeah. That was like, that was sort of a proof for you, wasn't it? That you were not just a face or a sponsor just to be there. You made a really good performance there. Tell me about that.
I felt good about it. Obviously, any one tournament's never going to be like the stamp of approval, because one tournament can be won by anyone. And we all know that that's true. Short-term variance is a big part of the tournament world. But I felt really good about how I played in it. The Irish Open was a lot of fun. This was 2 years ago. I played it again this year. Didn't go as well.
No?
Sadly.
How many players was there?
Didn't go as well.
How many players were there when you ended up runner-up?
600 some. I think close to 700.
I know.
Yeah.
I also know that Irish Open is is so highly regarded by so many players. It was filled with good names and so on, good players.
It really was, and there were some good names at the final table too. And honestly, one of the ones I didn't want to come up against if I managed to get to heads up was Christer Johansson, because he has an amazing record behind him, and he's very, very experienced at big tournaments and deep in big tournaments, and he has great results. But I gotta be honest, he deserved to win. He was the better player, but I still wish I had.
Yeah, I know. I talked to, I think I did an interview with Christer afterwards. He gave you a lot of credit. He said actually that he was sort of lucky sometimes to, maybe he felt stronger. You know, of course, his experience speaks for himself, but still he felt a bit lucky because there were some hands that he really needed luck that he got. But still he deserved it, right?
You know, heads up, there's a lot of luck in heads up, especially if you're not massively deep stacked. And I knew that Christer was a much stronger player than me. And there were a few players at the table that I felt that about. And I knew if I got heads up, I was going to be pushing any edge. I was going to be gambling a little bit because, you know, my post-flop play is going to be much weaker than theirs. And I knew it, and I didn't, you know, so I was gambling and I was pushing and I was playing really fast, and it didn't go as well for me, but I stand by it.
Wow. I mean, second in Irish Open is such a performance. That was great. That was great. Yeah. Anyway, you proved that you can play. So what's Party Poker's plans for you? Hosting stuff? Are you going to play some as well?
Yeah, I'm doing both, which is really nice. They've been so good to me. My contract with them is this amazing balance between getting to travel back to Europe and host things there, and being here and playing, and, you know, being able to go to Canada and meet some of the Party Poker online players there. And, you know, obviously I can't play online on the site while I'm in America, so I get to head back to Canada. When I'm in Europe, I can play on the site, and I will be playing again soon. Hopefully I'm going to head to Canada, actually, Vancouver, in November, I think it is, and there's a big tournament there, and I'm really excited. I want to play in Canada. I have never played properly in Canada, so that's the next thing. And then the Bellagio, the 5 Diamonds, that should be another big one. I think that's my last really big tournament for this year, and then we'll see what happens next year.
That's a pretty big one. Is it the 15K buy-in, or what is it?
Yeah, I believe it is the 15K, so that's scary. You know, that's a lot.
Yeah, you're still very humble. That's nice to see. I mean, you're not gonna change too much, will you, Kara?
Well, I think I'd have to be insane. You know what? I think I've got this really good vantage point of poker where I've met so many great players in tournaments and the big cash games as well, and working on a lot of these big cash shows. When you talk to these players, you become really clear on what it means to play really good poker and what it means to run really good. And I don't think that there's any clear indication for a lot of people who have been in poker for as long as I have that we've hit the long run, that it's not really clear at this point, you know, who's playing super well and who's getting hit in the face by the deck. And, you know, I love playing poker, and I'm not saying that I'm not a good poker player. Great. I don't know. I think I've got a lot more work to do. But then again, I've seen the bar set so high by spending time with people, you know, like Mike Sexton, who's been playing for so long. He's in the Poker Hall of Fame, and, you know, and as well, you know, living with a high-stakes player as well. It sets the bar really high. I'll say that.
Of course. Now, of course, you knew Mike maybe a little bit before, but you got to know him and Tony now. How are those guys? I know Tony a little bit as well. What do you think of them?
Funny guy. I met Mike actually last year when I was doing the World Open, and he was so lovely. I was really taken aback by that. You know, what a gentleman, and how lovely he is. And then I met his wife as well during the Premier League taping in Vegas this year, and she was so sweet. And, you know, as a couple, I don't know, they're just really good people, and it's nice to meet them, and working with him is a real pleasure, definitely. And the rest of the team are a lot of fun. I knew some of them before already. Felipe Ramos is with Party Poker, and he was a friend of mine from before, so that's really nice. Sweet. And you know, I know a lot of the other guys too. Bodo, obviously, you know, Tony G I've worked with through the UK poker scene and doing a lot of the European poker stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of personality there.
That sounds great. That really sounds great. I mean, we're doing this for PokerTube, and we just started a tournament schedule with Party Poker. We're going to run some tournaments. We have a bounty on Sunday. Another member, a girl actually, is going to be the bounty in the tournament. What do you think of PokerTube?
I like it. I have used it, especially when I was in Europe, and
Mm.
I was working on some poker television at the time, and had become fascinated by watching whatever was out there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I definitely used the services of PokerTube.
That sounds great. That sounds great. Well said.
Thank you.
Now, if you get the chance and you're in a location where you're allowed to play, you're more than welcome to join in, and maybe we put a bounty on you, right?
I'd like that. I'd like that a lot.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a tournament every week for, I don't know, for a while, and probably.
Okay.
So if you get a chance, let me know, and we put a bounty on your head. It's a $5 tournament if you can handle that.
I'll ask Party Poker if they'll spot me $5. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll try to do that. Maybe when I'm back in England.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
Cara, thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, and good luck with everything. And I see you in 2 weeks in London, probably.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Take care.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.